AI depends on good data. We have good data because we collect it across 100 different channels. We enrich it, we index it, it's searchable.
Artificial intelligence is learning how to follow the rules, and it's helping businesses to stay compliant. Smarsh uses AI to help companies capture, archive, and analyze billions of messages across more than 100 platforms. I'm joined now by Smarsh's CEO, Kim Crawford. Goodman, Kim, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you very much, Ashley. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here at the New York Stock Exchange.
Can you give us a quick snapshot of Smarsh? What does it do and who are your customers?
Thank you so much for asking, because we do something extremely important in the financial system and frankly, across regulated industries. What we do is help our clients with a requirement that they have to really capture and track all of the communications, particularly electronic communications, between financial institutions and their clients, between one another. So there's always a record of, what did that advisor advise you? There's always a record between when trades happen, what actually was the communication. And this is a requirement because you have to crawl through that communication to make sure there's no bad behavior, to make sure there's no insider trading, no collusion, no fraud, etc. So what we do at Smarsh, and we're the largest in our space by what we can tell more than 2 times, is we help institutions from the very smallest to the very largest really protect their enterprise, protect you and I as investors by capturing all this information for them, holding it in a very pristine way, and then analyzing it on their behalf.
Smarsh is powered by AI. Can you give us use cases of what this AI is doing?
Yes, another wonderful question, because people talk about AI all the time. It's making a huge impact in industry and financial services, etc. We at Smarsh have a real use case. And our real use case is literally, you mentioned, we're capturing billions of messages a month. We are holding over 100 petabytes of data. And when you look through that information, there's old ways to do it, which is just looking for keywords of Ashley has it on inside information that. But AI is creating through Smarsh, creating a whole new frontier of really being able to analyze, crawl, and evaluate that information in much more high quality, insightful, and thorough ways so that you can really actually see what has happened in all of this communications. You can see the relationships that people formed over time. You can see the bad behavior as it emerges. And you can really make sure you're not chasing false positives like Ashley has it on inside information that Kim is coming to Thanksgiving dinner, but you can really chase the true problems and the true fraud that are out there. We are also taking another step. We announced actually last year our intelligent agent product, which is many times when people find what they think are problems, they serve it up and they have hundreds of humans going through it, looking for it, and many times not finding what they need to find. We also are in agentic AI, where we are using our intelligence to actually have the AI or the agent crawl through so that the humans can work on much more sophisticated analysis and work.
So if I'm a user, I'm at a large bank. I know that you service many, many large banks, many of them NYSE listed. How exactly am I using this? Am I typing in questions in natural language? Like what is the user interface like?
Well, the first thing that happens if you mentioned large bank, but we serve from the smallest to the largest. In fact, so you could be at a 10-person RIA. You could be in across government, you could be in health entities. The first thing that's happening to you inside that institution is when you're sending any emails, when you're on text message, when you're on LinkedIn or any social media, when you're on Bloomberg terminals, the list, or ICE chat, the list goes on and on and on. All of that communication that you're doing, we're actually grabbing all of it. And we are storing all of it. So the first thing that happens to you as an employee is your and we even have voice now. So we can, on behalf of our clients, track voice, video, etc. So the first thing that happens to you as an employee is all of that information is actually being captured and stored and is available for somewhere between 7 to 20 years. You're asking, okay, but then how does the user inside that institution actually use it? What's happening with the people who typically right now are in compliance, but we see use cases in many other areas. Typically what's happening for them is they are getting alerts from our technology. They're getting alerts that there might be a problem with Ashley or Ashley's relationship with Karen or Mark or John. And when they're getting those alerts, they're then having to do more analysis on those alerts. And they are going to our tool, and inside our tool, they're searching in search bars, they're doing more depth to really kind of find the problem. But what's happening now is instead of them having to look at 1,000 a day, and maybe there's one problem in there, they get to look at 100 a day, and there's probably 90 problems in that 100.
So are there any major milestones that Smarsh has reached recently that you'd like to talk about?
Oh, technology is moving so fast and the client's demands are moving so fast. We have, reached a number of key milestones, but I'd highlight a couple. First is in exactly what we're talking about in the space of artificial intelligence. We are the leader and we have the largest surveillance business. And I mentioned the introduction of our intelligent agent, which puts our surveillance at a completely another level. And in our space, it's very interesting. It's like most AI, a lot of people chatter. What we actually do is talk a little about what we're really going to do, and then we truly deliver it. So our implementations and our wins continue to just grow, and our ability to do this on behalf of major clients continues to grow. The second thing I'd probably talk about is we have expanded into the voice space in a more significant way. We believe where the puck is going is what we see with AI is AI depends on good data. We have good data because we collect it across 100 different channels. We enrich it, we index it, it's searchable. We believe where the puck is going is people are going to want AI to crawl, not just your email, your text message, your social media, your Bloomberg chat. Your AI is also going to want to crawl your voice at the same time. So we have acquired a voice company. We have multiple wins. I was just talking about them today on a team meeting in the voice space where we have our clients bringing together. Yeah, we can have Smarsh not just capture email, et cetera, but we can have it in our call center and really capture everything holistically.
And Smarsh has been a company for around 20 years. When did you actually start using AI?
We are very fortunate because we've been in the AI business for at least 10 years. And in fact, I use the term, it's not an official term, I use the term AI 1.0, where you had machine learning and where you had analysis of this data. We have a team, our data science team published their 8th book last year, very well received book on large language models. So there were earlier versions of AI, but obviously the technology has just been expanded and enriched, and that has opened up even greater quality of what we do and an extension of the use cases. We see the use cases expanding far beyond even what we do today, because when you go into communications data, you can actually see everything that has happened. You can see what happened with the institution and its customers. You can see the attitudes of the employees with one another. You can see not just what happened, but you can see intent. So we see use cases far beyond in HR related realms. We're already working with clients on things related to CRM because you can see, oh, what was the customer interested in? And you can automatically feed that into CRM systems. So we've been working on it for a long time, but we also are very much involved in the explosion of what's happening today.
And you are a female CEO. What advice do you have for women or young women who may want to be in the C-suite one day?
The first thing that comes to my mind is for people to understand it is a very difficult journey. That's true whether you're a man or a woman, to make it to become a high-level executive and a CEO. And I would say as an African-American CEO, my parents were probably right. All I can say, it was difficult, and it's probably more difficult. So what's the advice I would give? I would say 2 things. The first thing I say is perseverance. Again, whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to get knocked down plenty of times. Your ability to get back up, it is the most important thing. And maybe you have to stay down there for a day or two. Maybe you have to go on a nice vacation or somehow lick your wounds, but it can't go on very long because you got to just get back up and get right in the game. The second thing I'd say is our worth is not a result of accolades and titles that people give us. You have to know your capability, who you are, your worth, and that is deeper than anyone saying you can have job A, B, or C. One day I'll probably at least do an interview or maybe even write an article about all the interviews I did to be a CEO before I actually got the job and how much I had to walk out of the ones that I didn't get, still knowing that I am Kim. I have a lot of experience. I'm tremendously good. It's what allowed me to it's allowed me to have that perseverance. It's funny, I have a daughter who plays soccer in college now, and I'm always telling her about, you're a great player. You're a great teammate. The coaches will make lots of decisions, but you got to go on your faith in yourself, and that's what will work it out over time.
Thank you so much, Kim Crawford Goodman, CEO of Smarsh. Thanks for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a delight to be here.